Want more butterflies in your garden this year? Build a habitat and the butterflies will follow. Today, I'll show you a simple plan that works in the low desert of Arizona. We'll cover what to plant, what to avoid, and an easy plan you can copy in your yard and garden. I'm Angela from Growing in the Garden in Mesa, Arizona. For more desert gardening tips, like, subscribe, and stick around. If you want to have butterflies in your garden, they need 4 things: host plants for caterpillars, nectar plants for adults, shelter from wind and predators, and a small, consistent water source. If you add all 4, you'll have butterflies in your yard. Butterflies are good indicators of a healthy garden. Caterpillars need specific host plants, adults need steady nectar, and both are sensitive to pesticides. When you see multiple species in different stages, you know you're supporting a functioning food web. Information today is from the Southwest Monarch Study, Monarch Watch, and the NAPPC. Hosts first. This is where butterflies lay eggs and where caterpillars feed after they hatch. Many species are picky. Monarch and Queens rely on milkweeds. You can tell a queen from a monarch butterfly by looking at their wings. Monarchs have prominent black lines on their orange wings that create a stained glass pattern, while queen butterflies have a more uniform, darker orange-brown color without those bold veins. For the low desert, there are several milkweed options. Here are just a few of them. Desert milkweed. It uses very little water. It's a host plant for both monarch and queen butterflies. They love the heat and can be planted in full sun. I have a few of these around my yard. I just purchased these milkweeds from the Desert Botanical Gardens plant sale Great Milkweed Grow Out. I'm excited to get them planted in my yard. Arizona milkweed. It needs some afternoon shade, and it's also a host plant for both monarch and queen butterflies. Plant on the east or north side of your house. Pine needle milkweed. This species does better with additional water. Horsetail milkweed. It's native to higher elevations, but it can be grown with more water and fertile soil. Plant more than one type and several plants if you can.
Milkweed's prone to aphids. They're not a problem. The plant can handle it. They don't bother the butterflies or the caterpillars, so just leave them alone and don't worry about it.
A quick note about tropical milkweed. In our warm winters, it can keep growing and host parasites that can harm monarchs. If you grow it, cut it back to 4 to 6 inches after the fall migration, usually late November through December here in the low desert. If you see heavy monarch activity earlier, cut earlier. Favor native milkweeds for the long term. I'm cutting mine back and replacing it with one of the milkweeds I just got at DBG. Here are more desert butterflies and host plants. Gulf fritillary, it uses passion vine. Painted lady likes mallows, thistles, and hollyhocks. Black swallowtails use dill, fennel, and parsley. Cloudless sulfur likes senna or cassia. I planted my first passion vine years ago and it quickly became a Gulf fritillary nursery. I loved the flowers, but I loved the caterpillars and butterflies even more, chewed leaves and all. I just added another passiflora from the Desert Botanical Garden plant sale because I want Gulf fritillary butterflies back in the garden again. Now nectar. Nectar plants feed adult butterflies. They're different from host plants. Choose flowers with clusters or wide landing pads and plan for bloom from spring through fall. Plant in clusters so butterflies can spot them and stay longer. If you want to support monarch migration specifically, focus on nectar in late summer and fall. Tithonia, zinnia, gomphrena, sweetbush, Gregg's mistflower, and desert lavender are great choices. Try to have a core group of native and desert-adapted nectar plants that are tough and reliable. Some that I have in my yard are lantana, penstemon, blackfoot daisy, black dahlia, chase tree, and skyflower. Some that I'm adding this fall are verbena, Gregg's mistflower, woolly butterfly bush, shelter. It matters more than most people think. Butterflies feed and rest more in calm air. Use trees and large shrubs to block wind and provide safe roosts. Palo verde, mesquite, desert willow, hopseed bush, and Texas sage all work well. Place shelter plants upwind of your nectar bed to create a calm pocket. Now let's talk about water. Add water with a simple puddling station. Use what you have, a shallow dish or plant saucer. Fill it with sand or soil. Add a few flat stones for perches. Keep it damp but not flooded. Refresh it often. Butterflies sip from damp soil to pick up minerals, especially during hot, dry weather. Now, what not to do. Skip systemic insecticides, including neonicotinoids. These chemicals move into pollen and nectar and can harm visiting insects. If you need to treat a problem, carefully spot treat only non-blooming plants with insecticidal soap or just remove pests by hand. Focus on soil health, plant diversity, and letting beneficial insects work for you instead of using pesticides, even organic ones. Ready to make your yard a butterfly habitat? Here's the plan. Add 3 to 5 native milkweeds throughout your yard. Add 3 nectar clusters. Place 1 or 2 shelter shrubs. Tuck a puddling tray near the edge in light shade. Start there. Each season, add 1 new host plant and 1 new nectar plant so your bloom calendar fills in and you have blooms all year long. You don't need a meadow. A few containers with a host, a nectar, and a small water dish can make a difference. If you have room for a border, plant in clusters and layer heights so the space looks good year-round and stays active with pollinators. And then sit back and enjoy the life your garden attracts. Forget how to say that. I thought I'd remember. Do you know how to say that?
Nope.
Agasta. Okay, I'll just go for it. Oh, I do have it on there. Okay. Agastache. Agastache Mexican. Agastache. Skip system. This is going to be tricky.